yogis, it's Britt. In this video, we're doing gentle restorative yoga using props. We're going to use a bolster, a blanket, and the wall. Your bolster can be any shape or size. If you don't have a yoga bolster, you can use a large pillow or a cushion. And you can use either a small blanket or a large bath towel. You don't need a lot of wall space, just a narrow wall or a door will work. Before we get started, I wanted to let you know that I've created a 3-part beginner-friendly yoga video series for everyday aches and pains. I call it Feel Good Yoga. There's one video for lower back pain, one video for tight hips and legs, and one for tension in the neck and shoulders. You'll find a link to download this Feel Good Yoga series in the description for this video. So make sure you check that out when we're done here. All right, let's get started. We're going to begin with the bolster crosswise on your mat, in the center of your mat. And then sit sideways next to the bolster with your left hip near the bolster. And then you might want to have your left hip bone touching the bolster. Deep breath in. On the exhalation, lying down sideways, lie down on top of the bolster. You can reach the left arm overhead, finding some nice stretch in the left side body and the left shoulder. You can keep the legs bent if you like, or if you want, you can straighten both legs. Your right hand can stay on your mat or on your bolster, or if you want an extra stretch, you can reach your right arm overhead as well. And then release. Use the strength in your arms to push yourself back up. We'll do the other side, so you can just turn around or you can make your way to the other side of the bolster. And then sitting sideways, your right hip is near the bolster. You might want to have your right hip bone touching the bolster. Deep breath in. On the exhalation, lie down sideways on top of the bolster. Reach the right arm, finding some nice stretch on the right side of the body and the right shoulder. If you like, you can straighten the legs. And if you want, you can straighten the left arm overhead, finding some stretching in the left shoulder. Staying here for a few breaths. You can close your eyes and release. And then use the strength in your arms to push yourself back up to sitting. And we'll come to a seated position behind the bolster, with the legs on either side of the bolster, straightening the legs. And you can pick whatever angle you would like your legs to be. It doesn't have to be very wide. It's whatever is comfortable for you. See if you can flex your feet so that your toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. That helps to stabilize the pose. So feet are flexed, toes up to the ceiling. And then you might want to grab your blanket and then fold it up as many times as you like, so that you can place your blanket on top of your bolster and it can serve to support your forehead. So take a deep breath in, lengthen the spine, and then on the exhale, fold forward. Place your forehead on your folded blanket. Check in that the toes are still pointing up towards the ceiling. And then feel the weight of your arms, allowing your shoulders to release. Feel some softness in the back of your neck. Just allowing your breath to be soft and steady. And then rising up, you're going to grab your bolster with your blanket on top of it and move it over onto the right leg. Place your bolster with your blanket on top of your right leg, and you can use your right toes to keep the bolster in place. Inhale and lengthen the spine. On the exhalation, twist to the right. So you're facing your right leg, you're facing your bolster and your blanket. Another deep breath in. On the exhalation, fold forward. Lying down on top of the bolster, place your forehead on the folded blanket and breathe. And rising up, grab your bolster and your blanket and move them to the other side, to the left leg. You can use your left toes to keep your bolster in place. Inhale and lengthen the spine. On the exhalation, twist and face your left leg, face your bolster, your blanket on top of the bolster. Another deep breath in. On the exhalation, fold forward. Place your forehead on the folded blanket. Release, breathe, and soften. Feel the weight of your arms. Find softness in your shoulders, softness in the back of your neck. And rising up. Now move the bolster and the blanket out of the way, and we're going to bring the legs together. So sitting on your mat with your legs together, legs extended, and then place your bolster with the folded blanket right on top of both legs. You can use your toes to hold the bolster in place, still flexing the feet. Inhale and lengthen the spine. On the exhalation, fold forward. Place your forehead on the folded blanket and breathe and release. Allow your body to just relax and soften. Close your eyes. Listen to the sound of your breath. And rising up. Now move the bolster and the blanket out of the way. And we're going to do legs up the wall to finish up this practice. So for legs up the wall with a bolster, we're going to place the bolster against the wall. And then open the blanket and place it on the floor in front of the bolster. Your blanket is just going to be a pillow for your head. And then you're going to sit sideways on top of your bolster. Sit sideways on top of your bolster. Place your hands on the floor and then bring your bottom to the wall, like if you were sitting on the wall. Now bring one shoulder down to the floor and then the other shoulder. Allow your hips to rest on top of your bolster and your legs to swing up onto the wall. Your head is resting on your blanket as a pillow on the floor. Legs rising up towards the ceiling. Your hips, your bottom on the bolster. You can just release your arms at your sides, maybe bending the elbows. You can stay here as long as you like. Just breathe and rest, enjoying the peace and quiet. Hey yogis, thanks for practicing with me. I hope that you enjoyed this restorative sequence. If you did, make sure that you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Also, be sure that you download your free gift that's in the video description. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.